This wasn't just a rap battle. This was a character assassination, or at least that's what Drake's lawyers are now calling it. What started as bars on a beat has escalated into a lawsuit, a Super Bowl controversy, and accusations so damaging, one word had to be removed to avoid getting sued. Drake is now taking legal action against Kendrick Lamar over his track Not Like Us, a song that lit up the internet and broke records after Kendrick performed it at the most-watched Super Bowl halftime show of all time. But behind the beat was a missing lyric, one single word that Drake claims proves Kendrick knew exactly how far he'd gone. Pedophile. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Drake says Kendrick had to remove the word because he knew keeping it in would have made the accusation undeniably defamatory. And now Drake is suing, but this didn't start in court. It started with a friendship, at least one of them thought it was. Let's rewind the story. Back in 2011, Drake was already one of the biggest names in rap. Kendrick was still rising, with no major label album out yet. But when Kendrick came to Toronto to perform for the first time, Drake didn't hesitate. He reached out, offered to link up, and gave him the kind of welcome most artists only dream of. Kendrick would later say in XXL magazine that Drake had a real genuine soul, and that the two clicked immediately. That day, Kendrick handed Drake a copy of Section .80, his unreleased album at the time. Drake was floored. Not long after, Drake tweeted lyrics from Kendrick's song ADHD. This wasn't just admiration. It felt like a passing of the torch. Or maybe a setup for something more transactional. Drake's support didn't stop there. He brought Kendrick onto his sophomore album, Take Care, a project that would later win a Grammy for Best Rap Album. He also took Kendrick and A$AP Rocky on the Club Paradise tour, publicly claiming he fought his label to make that happen. He wanted Kendrick on that stage. He wanted him in front of those crowds. And Kendrick noticed. On the track, Buried Alive interlude, Kendrick raps about meeting Drake and stepping into the world of fame and fortune. While Drake flexed the lifestyle, Kendrick confessed that the whole thing made him nervous. He questioned what fame would do to him, his friendships, his identity. Even in that moment, you could see it. Drake was obsessed with winning. Kendrick was focused on the cost of it all. By 2012, the tables had turned. Kendrick dropped Good Kid, MAAD City, an instant classic that launched him into rap superstardom. And to return the favor, Kendrick featured Drake on Poetic Justice. Drake responded with nothing but love, tweeting, "Congratulations to Kendrick, incredible body of work, honored to be a part of it." But fans began to sense something different. Kendrick was quiet, focused, and respected. Drake was loud, strategic, and dominant. The two weren't just opposites, they were on a collision course. Then came an odd moment, a small crack in the facade. DMX, a hip-hop legend known for being raw and unfiltered, said in an interview that he wanted to beat up Drake. It was random, brutal. And Kendrick? He laughed. In fact, Kendrick said his entire tour bus nearly died of laughter listening to DMX go off on Drake. He didn't try to calm things down. He didn't defend him. He just laughed. It was subtle, but it said a lot. And for someone as sensitive as Drake, it probably hit hard. Their final song together was Fuckin' Problems in 2013. After that, nothing. The silence was deafening. No more collabs, no public beef. Just mutual distance and rising tension. Kendrick kept his circle tight. Drake kept his empire growing. In 2013, Kendrick was named MTV's hottest MC in the game. Most rappers congratulated him. Drake didn't when asked about it in interviews. Kendrick laughed it off. Drake stayed silent. But the competition was bubbling and fans were watching. Over the next few years, subliminal disses started flying. Kendrick's control verse called out nearly every rapper in the game, Drake included. On The Heart, Part 4, Kendrick warned unnamed rappers, "Y'all got till April the 7th to get your shit together." Then came Not Like Us, a scathing track aimed directly at Drake, laced with bars fans interpreted as calling him a predator. And now, we know something more. Kendrick reportedly had a version of the song that used the word pedophile directly, but he took it out before performing it at the Super Bowl. It started with cosigns and compliments. Now it's courtrooms and character attacks. Drake once called Kendrick his brother. He once fought to put him on stage, to help him win. But as Kendrick rose to become one of the most respected lyricists of a generation, the relationship flipped. A legal battle that forces hip-hop to ask, what's fair game in a diss track? And what's too far?